Thursday. That's right, September the 18th. I know what today is. What's up, Casey? What's up, my bro? How you doing, Demonetized? Love to see you up in the building with Rebecca, Liberty, and Justice. Everybody up in here doing well this morning. Get my tie straight and all of that. We got the athletic sweatsuit on today because I felt like doing a little bit of dancing. I think we need to get some energy going for this Thursday before this Friday, y'all. I'm turned up right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm just happy to be alive. I thought about how many mornings I woke up, how many times he let me wake up in my life. Like, wow, you've been doing this since that long? Psst, man, you better smile and act like you happy and give it up every single day you get a chance. With that being said, let me look at this watch. Stop worrying about BS. How about this? Trump, Robert Tyler facing capital punishment for Charlie Kirk incident. We got Liberty and Justice in the building. Got my homegirl Batty Lynn up in the building. We got, who else? That's Angry. We got, let me see, who else we got in the building? I saw Luigi already, so I know you ain't think you got by me, bro. I saw you. Casey, like I said, hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Change the camera angle. Try to get right up on it this morning. We not playing. We got to get into it. Let me see. Still got a little bit of time. Okay, got the audio right. I know that. Let's get that mic lapel going up like that. Batty Lynn, yeah, I see you. I see you. Okay, who else we got up in here? Hold on a minute. Let me see. I see we got Dan. Okay, Dan, thank you guys for coming in early. Everything is all set up. I hear the noise in the back. Let me see. Uh-oh. The truth is, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Now we wind it up. And the energy gonna come through the arm today. I got too much energy in me now. Wind it up. We're gonna wind it up. We're gonna wind it up. That's right. I slept real good so I could get it on. Come on, boy, stop playing. Let's get it on. And let's get it on. Yeah. And we got to open up those pores. It's a nice morning out there, brisk. I love it when the weather feels like this. You can wear the clothes that you want to wear, throw the layers on, put the jacket on, and it's time for y'all to get all snuggly with your boyfriends and your girlfriends and your boos and all of that. But then you got to be like, dun, 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 dun. Girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. Y'all ready? Come on. Come on. What? Relax your mind. Lay back and groove with mine. You got to feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie. Share that heat of love. I wanna rock with you all night. Dance you into the sunlight. I wanna rock with you all night. Dance the night away. And when that groove, yeah, I'm going, said and done. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Y'all thought like, wait a minute, he gonna do an extended version this morning? No, I'm just amped up because it's if it, pump that beat. Thursday, September the 18th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this is our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's the way you wake up in the morning. Go ahead and take me in the room with the big clappers, y'all. Y'all know I'm no Michael Jackson. I don't know all the words of all the songs, but again, he woke me up this morning, and that's all I care about. Because guess what? If I was like this, I couldn't sing that song. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. And like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me this morning, I appreciate you so much. Who we got up in the building this morning? Let's get it going. We got Batty Lynn, one of our seniors that have been here since a VIP, one of our vets. Who else we got up in here? We got Dan. We got my brother Casey up in the building. How you doing this morning, Casey? God bless. We got Liberty and Justice. She's wrenched up. Batty Lynn, let me know if you want a wrench. It's nothing. Let me holler at me because I need you more than you need me, baby. What else? Who else we got up in the building? We also have Gonzalez. I see you've been tapping in. Homeboy, check it out. Angry. What's going on, Angry? How you doing? Thank you. I try my best. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Who else we got up in the building? We got Callie up in the building all the way from the West Coast. I'm in New York right now. So yeah, we tapping in, y'all. We all tapped in and I love it. And I love it. Who else we got up in the building? I see Luigi. I see we got Casey, Latoya. Okay. Ooh. Okay, everybody, demonetized. I know you don't think that you're going to get by me, did you? You ain't think you was going to get by me, right? Yo, with that being said, y'all know I got a fully loaded clip this morning. I'm not going to play around. I done stacked this deck. I got everything sequenced up to right now. We got a lot to get into. And with that being said, let's get into these titles. Let's go. What's going on with that little piece of fur or whatever on my eyeball? It's time to get it. Let's get it clear now. Let's go. What we have here? We have Trump. Robert Tyler facing capital punishment for Charlie Kirk Incident. I tried to do that as clean as possible. I tried to write it down as good as I could, because you know how they be getting down on us, you guys. So we ain't even gonna press too far. We're gonna get to the next one. Let's keep on going. What else we got? We got a thoughtful Arizona inmate uses fake paperwork to escape from prison. Yes, this guy's been in the law library for a long time. And why not go ahead and try to do it on the computer? That's what they say. You know what criminals normally say when they try to escape out of a prison? They always say stuff like, hey, your job is to keep me in. My job is to find ways to escape. We're going to keep on moving forward to the last one we have here, which is Fani Willis. There she is right there. And she's been removed from the Trump election interference case. Sadly, they say that, you know what, Fani, you done struck out one too many times. First with the Young Thug case, then you messed up and got this case messed up. We're not going to give you another chance. So guess what? They're finding another prosecutor and they're going with them. So you know what we got to do, right? Let's get to work. I'm ready to drop some titles on you guys, get you guys some video, and bring you up to date. If you got to tap out whenever you got to tap out, it's all good, but I'm going to get you informed as possible. And you know what I'm about to do, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. You guys are going to stay on topic so that we can have a phenomenal forum here, as well as tell me where you're chiming in from, and let me know what time it is, because I like to know what time it is where you're at. Sometimes it's like 2:30 in the morning somewhere, afternoon somewhere else. You never know. Let's get into our president that went to the UK, and he and the First Lady participated in the state banquet with a bunch of high echelon people, as well as King Charles. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. Tap in. And Marco Rubio's there. I didn't even know that. Right there. Good morning, guys. Good morning.
It is with great pleasure that my wife and I welcome you to Windsor Castle on this, your second state visit to the United Kingdom. This unique and important occasion reflects the enduring bond between our two great nations, anchored by the deep friendship between our people. This relationship, which, with good reason, we and our predecessors have long called special, has made us safer and stronger through the generations. Our people have fought and died together for the values we hold dear. We have innovated, traded, and created together, fueling our economies and cultures through myriad forms
Top of the morning, everybody. Top of the morning.
We have celebrated together, mourned together,
come on in,
and stood together in the best and worst of times. Mr. President, as we approach the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence next year, it is remarkable to think just how far we have come. I cannot help but wonder what our forebears from 1776 would make of this friendship today. The rebel commander and pioneering first president, George Washington, famously vowed never to set foot on British.
We respect the king. We gave him some time to talk. That's what happened when they were over there rubbing elbows, doing what they do. Would have been nice if one of us could have went over there just to be a fly on the wall, right? Have a nice little setup and everything. Not me, one of y'all. I ain't gotta go, one of y'all. So y'all can report back and be like the roving reporter. Yes, we're roving in reporter right now. We're on our bottom line. That one of y'all would have did that, like Casey. Maybe Batty Lynn going out to London and be on location. Get to chill out with them too. Washington, let's get over to Trump, who basically threatens to go after reporters who are promoting hate speech. I'm trying to hold back on some of these words because they will try to come for your boy. We are really skating on thin ice over here, so I really try to make sure we're good.
Attorney General Pam Bondi is facing some criticism over her recent comments about hate speech. Here's what she said on the Katie Miller podcast yesterday.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie, in our society. We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle.
While hate speech can be offensive, it is generally protected by the First Amendment.
And if you guys have been noticing, they've been cracking down and firing people for certain things that they've been saying at their jobs. Have any of you guys noticed those TikTok videos where people are actually getting fired? Sorry about that, guys. What happened just now? Just lost my audio. No thanks. Yeah. Give me a second. Just lost my audio. I think I'll get it back here.
And the threats of violence is not by the First Amendment. This morning, President Trump was asked about Bondi's remarks. Listen to this.
What do you think Pam Bondi saying she's going to go after hate speech? Is that, I mean, a lot of your allies say hate speech is free speech.
You probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe they'll come after ABC. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech, right? Your company paid me $16 million for a form of hate speech. So maybe they'll have to go after you.
Let's talk about this with CNN senior political.
Nope, I'm sorry about that little hiccup earlier. I still got some more for you. Let's keep it going. That's an ill answer right there. No, talking about you guys, didn't y'all pay me $16 million recently for some hate speech? Okay, let's keep on moving forward to Utah. We got these prosecutors that seek the penalty, against Charlie Kirk's alleged ooter. Let's get into it, you guys. Thank you. I see we got a new member. Somebody just renewed their membership or they just got one. Thank you so much. Who is that? There we go. We got Dan Mose. Thank you so much. Welcome to the bottom line. They got their gym glove. Everybody, let's clap it up for Dan. Just got a new membership, y'all. Let's go.
Beamed in from a county jail, wearing a self-harm prevention smock. The man accused of killing Charlie Kirk is formally charged.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
7 counts in total, including aggravated murder, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering.
Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty.
Authorities say Kirk was targeted because of his politics. Citing texts Tyler Robinson allegedly sent after the shooting, including a message to his roommate to look for a note he hid by a computer.
The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it."
Court documents allege the roommate texted back, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" "I am. I'm sorry," Robinson replied. "Why?" asks the roommate. "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out."
Wow.
Kirk was a leader in the MAGA movement and staunchly opposed to transgender rights. Robinson was dating his roommate, who is undergoing a gender transition.
Most of the violence is on the left.
Donald Trump is citing Kirk's murder as reason to investigate left-wing groups he says are funding political violence, though nothing yet suggests there's organizational involvement in this case. Social media posts celebrating Kirk's death also under examination by the Trump administration. The president supporting a crackdown on what he sees as hate speech, lashing out when asked about it.
You probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart.
Let's keep on moving, boy. He was tearing them up yesterday, boy. He really got into them. We're going to go on over to Fani Willis. What's that, in Atlanta, Georgia? Like I said, she's been removed from prosecuting what's that case again? It's the election interference case. Let's go, y'all. Let me keep the ball rolling. Try to get you guys as much as possible. Let's keep on, because this deck is stacked over here. Let's go.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Our next story takes us out to the Peach State of Georgia, giving you a live look there in downtown Atlanta, as Fulton County's district attorney is off the election interference case.
Done.
A state agency must now look for a new prosecutor. We want to check in this morning with Fox 5 Atlanta's Caitlin Pratt. She joins us live outside the Fulton County Courthouse with the latest details. Caitlin, good morning.
Good morning to you. Yes, okay, so this has been an ongoing case, that's for sure. Let's rewind to December when the district attorney here in Fulton County, Fani Willis, was removed from the case, the election interference case dating back to 2020. At the time, she was removed, leaders maintained, because the appearance of impropriety with a special prosecutor that she had hired. They had a relationship. And now a new ruling handed down yesterday from the U.S. Court of Appeals that she will not be involved in any criminal case against the President of the United States and his 18 co-defendants. Georgia Supreme Court declining to hear Fulton DA Fani Willis's appeal. So the lower court's ruling prevails. Willis is off the election interference case. Mr. President. President Donald Trump, who will not have to deal with the probe while in office, minced no words while talking to reporters at the White House.
What Fani Willis did to innocent people, patriots that love our country, by indicting them, destroying them, she should be put in jail.
The racketeering case will now go to the prosecuting council of Georgia. It's up to its executive director to find a new neutral prosecutor.
We always want to try to look for someone who is close to the venue. In this case, it would be Fulton County. We also try to look for someone who has the resources and the staff that can handle the type of case that's coming down the line.
Political experts tell Fox 5 this racketeering case is now in uncertain territory and add, how to proceed is no easy task.
He's been dealt with a very, very serious matter that he's got to make a decision on. The questions are, does he take it? Does he keep it in his office? Does he find another district attorney, he or she, that will actually take on the case? Or does he bring in a private attorney to actually prosecute this case?
Meantime, Nathan Wade, Willis's former special prosecutor, is suing AT&T for handing over his cell phone records to defense attorneys as they sought to remove him from the case. In a suit filed Tuesday in Atlanta's federal district court, Wade alleged the telecommunications outlet, quote, jeopardized both his well-being and public safety when it unlawfully released more than 14,000 pages of his cell phone data. And we've learned that search for a new prosecutor in this election interference case is now ongoing. They're going to try to find.
You've been losing too much, Fani, and you done made us look. You were a disgrace to the seal. You see that back there? How liberty is blind and supposed to be straight up and down, like with the scales like this. How you gonna be trying to steal money under the table, Fani? I'm surprised she's still over there working. Why they still got her over there? We're gonna get on over to the celebrity chef. Guess what happened to him, y'all? He got locked up, and I don't think he's getting out for a while. He allegedly got arrested for real snobbing 3 banks in the same day. That's right, y'all. Pull up your popcorn. It's Thunterdun time, because he's definitely a Thunterdun for this. This is no Gordon Ramsay.
A once celebrated chef known for sharing his flair for Italian cooking online, now behind bars, accused of robbing 3 banks in San Francisco in a single day. Police say just after noon on September 10th, Valentino Lucan entered the first bank and passed a note to the teller demanding money and fleeing with the cash. Lucan then allegedly targeted 2 more banks. He was arrested later that day, and authorities say it was tips that linked him to the robberies. But it's not Lucan's first brush with the law. In 2018, he was arrested for allegedly robbing a bank armed with a gun outside of San Francisco and taking off with over $15,000.
We were just told it was a pistol, a firearm, and that's what we were reacting on.
Did he threaten the bank clerk, or?
I understand he presented it in a manner that was threatening.
Lucan was sentenced to a year in jail after pleading no contest to second-degree robbery. He claimed the firearm was a BB gun, and financial fallout from his shuttered restaurant drove him to commit the crime.
So he did it again because he only got a slap on the wrist. Exactly. Hey, I'm gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna tell him the same thing because it's hard out here for my restaurant. Let's keep on going.
Lucan is facing multiple robbery charges in San Francisco, and he's being held on $200,000 bond.
Which he does not have. There we go. Lucan, I don't know what that was about, buddy. You should have just tried to get on YouTube and start doing some live streaming or something, because that was kind of stupid for you to keep on doing the same thing. If it don't work the first time, the second time, the third or fourth time, you're a thunderant for trying to keep on doing it. Let's keep on moving forward. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that we're getting right now. That was a true thunderant. Probably was good at the soufflés and all of that, all that stuff right there. But guess what? You ain't gonna be cooking that in jail. You're gonna be cooking Jack Mac and what they call it, ramen noodles. Let's see how you whip it up in there. You might be good for that. Let's keep on moving forward to over here on this Epstein scandal, because it haunts Trump as his UK visit, while the images are depicted on the side of the Windsor Castle's walls. Woo, they had some stuff going on here. They were trying to make a statement or something, huh? Let's go, y'all. Let's get it.
President Trump just touched down for his second state visit to the United Kingdom, but amidst the fanfare of his pending meetings with the royal family and Prime Minister Keir Starmer, the Jeffrey Epstein scandal is still casting quite a shadow all the way across the Atlantic. CNN anchor and chief White House correspondent Caitlin Collins is on the ground near Windsor Castle.
What's up,
Caitlin,
Dream?
explain the connection here.
Yeah, Jake, and not really just casting a shadow. I should note they're literally casting images of this on Windsor Castle earlier tonight to kind of remind everyone of those ties that you mentioned there with Jeffrey Epstein. This was done. I should note 4 people have actually been arrested as a result of this, and these images that we recorded here showing that alleged birthday letter that was in the Jeffrey Epstein book that was released, pictures of with Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. That's that old footage from Mar-a-Lago. They also are posting images of the president's mugshot. I'm not so sure he would mind that one. They have it hanging inside the halls of the West Wing. But Jake, the one thing that the British Prime Minister and President Trump do have in common is they've now both had to fire senior officials in their orbit as a result of their ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Obviously, Trump did so in his first term with his then Labor Secretary Alex Acosta, the one who negotiated that sweetheart deal for Jeffrey Epstein years before he was the Labor Secretary, but something that became a sense of intense scrutiny, obviously, after Jeffrey Epstein's federal charges that he was facing. And most recently, for the British Prime Minister, had to fire his ambassador to the United States, a huge position and certainly a critical one, especially ahead of a state visit over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, something that was known before he took the job, but became much clearer after a lot of this information became public, including emails and messages between Ambassador Peter Mandelson and Jeffrey Epstein. And so obviously that is part of this that is going into this. It's not looming over the entire trip. It's certainly an angle of it, Jake, given obviously it's been a huge interest.
Woman, can you come up for some breakfast sometime? I'm like, wait a minute, where's the gap at? You know what? I'm going to give you a gap. Get the hell out of here. You always like to report nonsense anyway. Y'all seen what was going on over there. They're trying to make a little statement. Person in the comments talking about, well, I thought you used to rap. What happened? This is what happened. I can rap anytime I want to, brother. How you doing? Let's keep on moving forward. HPD, Hawaii Police Department. They found this fool that was getting so much money in overtime. It was kind of crazy. I'm talking about to the tune of $236,000 in overtime. He was paid, and he's about to retire. I honestly think that there's something internally going on with this situation. $236,000 in overtime, and you're about to retire. I mean, what type of hours were you working? Let's go. Let's get into this real quick from Hawaii.
All new tonight, H&N investigates the extraordinary overtime claims of a retired police sergeant who was raking in twice as much money as Hawaii's governor.
Darren Cachola was HPD's top earner this fiscal year. Our chief investigative reporter, Lynn Kawano, breaks down his paycheck and who approved all those hours.
The amount of money he received in extra pay is jaw-dropping. Some are wondering now, did he actually earn it?
Recently retired Honolulu Police Sergeant Darren Cachola is now the subject of a new probe into his overtime claims.
What y'all think?
Numbers
Did he earn
provided
it?
by HPD show the top 10 earners made about or over $300,000 for fiscal year 2025, which ended in June. Cachola, a sergeant in District 3, which includes Pro City, Aiea, and Waipahu, topped the list with more than $371,000, significantly more than any other officer. Cachola's 29 years with HPD earned him a base pay of $134,000. The overtime he claimed hauled in a whopping $236,810.80.
$250,000 in just overtime, not even salary, $250,000. There needs to be a pause. We need to look at this.
Breaking it down month by month, he consistently made tens of thousands of dollars in extra pay, with the peak in April. He made more than $28,000 in OT that month alone. Then it dropped off in May and June as he approached retirement in July. It's not uncommon for officers to pad their pension, which is computed using their most profitable years. But some call this excessive.
They call it spiking because these officers is probably in that 3-year range. So it would be the average of 3 years. So say they make $100,000, then $200,000 the last year. That last year is would be considered what's called spiking.
An HPD record of overtime hours for officers shows Cachola put in for a total of 2,471 hours of overtime. If he works a 40-hour work week, then he averaged more than 87 hours for the 52 weeks. All officers need approval for overtime, and multiple sources say HPD is looking into computer records to
Yeah, 200 and something $1,000, $250,000 in overtime. Yeah, right. Because you got to add the hours now against the amount of time. Are those amount of hours even possible to be able to work? When were you working? Let's look into those shifts. Because if you look at the shifts, they probably overlapping or whatever, or really look into it, you're really gonna find what's going on. You know what they always say, you guys, if you follow the money, and then you'll see what's going on with the paper trail. Do me a favor and double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting right now. Also, if you have not already subscribed, we're trying to get up to 50,000 subscribers. We're right there. Come on, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to let everybody know that you're here. And yes, hit that like button because it makes more people come around and see what's going on with the show. We got much more coming up. We got to go on over to Venezuela. Graham grills the FBI head Patel and asks him, does he believe that Maduro is running a regime? I think I kept this clip. I might have, and I might have got rid of it. No, I kept it. Let's go.
Their security clearances and put them in unpaid leave. I'm going to put some more examples like this in the record so I don't take up a lot of time.
This was yesterday. One of many questionings that was with Cash Patel.
The numbers sort of speak for themselves. You've done a lot in a small period of time. So all those folks out there making this happen, thank them for me. As to how to be an FBI agent, you've made a decision that local law enforcement folks, people who've served in law enforcement without a college degree are able to apply now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense to me. So experience out in the field might be as valuable as a college degree, believe it or not.
Sometimes better.
Venezuela. We're blowing boats out of the water in the Caribbean because they're connected to international narco-terrorist groups. Is that correct?
Yes, that mission is being led by the Department of Defense, sir.
Okay. What legal authority do we have to do that?
Sir, I would defer the questions on legal authority to the Attorney General and the department.
Fair enough. Do you believe that Maduro runs a narco-terrorism state in Venezuela based on
I believe based on the intelligence and prosecutions and investigations, we are currently running a large portion of the cocaine that exits out of South America. Its origination point is in Venezuela, and using transshipment points through Haiti, they're using the navigable waterways in the Caribbean to the end state delivery, which is the United States of America, and we will hunt down every single one of those narco traffickers with the authorities.
There's some actual indictments of Maduro as an individual for being involved in that. Is that correct?
Senator, I think you're referring to the DEA indictment on that one.
Right. So I guess the point is, would it be fair to say that Venezuela is a good candidate to be labeled as a state sponsor of terrorism under U.S. law?
Senator, from my perch, we will provide the intelligence necessary for anyone who meets the threshold to be a state sponsor of terrorism. And this administration has
I think they are, so we'll be going down that road. China.
They're trying, as you can see, what he's basically moving towards is making them a state sponsor to terrorism. It's about to go down with Venezuela. It's probably gonna get worse for them. Woo! I wouldn't want to be one of those arcos in one of them boats out there talking about roll, roll, roll your boat. I'm trying to smell this oak. And if I get blown up out this water, it's not a joke. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Valencia, we got to get over to this violent road age situation. Confrontation is caught on camera. Yes, and sometimes you have to calm down sometimes, people. Let me tell you something. Sometimes people may get you to a point where you feel like you got to combat them. You might want to fight. You might want to swing or hook off. What you need to do is think about your family and what you got going on. Because sometimes even if you win, you lose. Especially if them boys come. Because all they're going to say is, who did it? And now you're in trouble. Don't even do it sometimes. Try to walk away if you can. Don't even get into this road rage crap.
Camera, a violent road rage clash outside a Home Depot leaves one badly injured and another in police custody. It started as a minor traffic dispute, but escalated into a bloody attack.
Don't do
Sandra Mitchell live in Valencia, where she spoke with a victim. It's a story you'll see only on 5. Sandra.
Micah, a Santa Clarita slasher arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Tonight, the victim talked to us from his hospital room and shows us exactly what happened.
Thank you, Kate.
Violence in Valencia. The driver in the white t-shirt appears to throw a punch after a road rage encounter. But he's got a knife and he stabs 39-year-old Leon Hernandez in his left hand.
Saw the guy pull out a knife. And then, he got out of his car with the knife in his hand, then flipped it open in front of me and then swung it at me.
Hernandez, tonight, just out of a 90-minute surgery to repair his injury, told KTLA there was no car accident. But the driver of the gray Mercedes sedan was angry, aggressive, and jumped out of his car to confront Hernandez.
Yeah, the guy said, something along the lines of, what the F are you doing or something? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then, that's when he swung the knife at me.
Now, let's be honest. You ain't say no, what are you talking about? Thank you so much, Charles Kirk. Thank you so much. We appreciate everybody. Thank Charles Kirk. I don't even know what the donation was. What was it, $10? Guess what? We appreciate every single thing we get. That's why, don't try to change it up now. We understand you got cut and you in the hospital. But you ain't just get out that car to say those regular words like that. You guys were gaslighting each other. And guess what? After the fact, I always think like, damn, I got a business. I got these people that rely on me. He had his business shirt on, his company shirt on with the company truck. And now he got to worry about what he's going to do moving forward. That's why I try to think ahead before I do stupid stuff nowadays. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
Santa Clarita deputies now have that suspect in custody, and this video recorded by a witness is a big part of the investigation.
Video is extremely helpful, as you could imagine, but also we have to take in both not just the video, but then also the witness accounts of what happened before and what happened after.
The bloody scene unfolded just after noon today outside a busy Home Depot on Newhall Ranch Road. After the stabbing, the Mercedes driver takes off, but he didn't get far. Just about a mile away on McMahon Parkway, deputies took him into custody, and paramedics arrived to help Hernandez, who has a serious slash across his hand.
So basically just got a laceration across the whole front side of my palm, from my thumb up to, the pinky side of my hand. It was really deep in the thumb area.
Hernandez's wife is in the Navy. She's deployed overseas. The couple has 2 young children. He also owns his own contracting business. He is very concerned about the challenges ahead, but he also told me tonight he's really grateful to his doctors.
Now, I ain't telling you to be no punk, but you ain't got to be confrontational with everybody. And, you know, the guy with the Mercedes was probably doing something stupid. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to get out and see what's going on with this whatever fancy pants or whatever like that. And the fancy pants came out and did whatever he wanted to do. Words, come on, let's get, like the other officer said, what happened before the incident? Because, you know, it wasn't just no conversation going on. That's why we got to just woosah sometimes, people. And after the fact that already happened, just get up out of there. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Because so much other things are riding on your life. So many more people depend on you. Norfolk, Virginia. We got this man accused in a young person's murder, and they've been charged on another case. This is a tragic event that's coming up right here. It's sad because this guy was out on bail, and he did the same thing to somebody else.
With a delay of justice in the murder of an aspiring rapper from our area, Diamond Hamilton was killed more than 2 years ago.
Her alleged killer was in jail, but he bonded out, and that is when this case took another deadly turn. Hamilton's mother talked to our Kevin Rahm about the long wait for justice in her daughter's murder case.
Diamond was my third child. She was a go-getter. She was determined to make a difference. She was determined to put her past behind her, but unfortunately, it caught up with her still, so.
We're learning more about the deadly shooting of a Hampton Roads native in Las Vegas.
March 2nd, 2023 was the day that I received a call that any mother would dread to hear, any parent. But when the gentleman told me that it was in the hands of the roommate that killed her, I was flabbergasted.
They say her roommate, Virgil Mack, is charged in her death. A witness told officers the two got into a fight before the shooting, and Diamond asked Mack to leave.
The detective told me that at first he said that it was self-defense, and they said it was absolutely no way that was possible because at the time that he shot her, she did not have a weapon in her possession. But the detective told me that she did have a gun and the gun was on her nightstand. She had never even got to her gun. I want to know everything. A lot of people say I shouldn't want to because it's just going to open up a new wound, but that wound's never closed. Until we go to trial, I always want to know.
The man who police believe killed a Norfolk woman in Las Vegas was granted bond.
I couldn't understand it.
And he did it again.
Get me to even begin to understand that. I asked when they did give him the bond to put an ankle bracelet on. I asked. Nothing became of it. So slipped right through their fingers. They didn't have a tight grip on him at all.
A mother in disbelief that her daughter's alleged killer is now accused in a second unrelated murder.
And Mac's trial was scheduled for September 29th, but it seems like it'll get postponed after his latest arrest for murder.
So a young lady reached out to me. She stumbled across my page about my daughter that was killed by him and let me know that he had killed a relative of hers.
This is surveillance video of Virgil Mack at a Louisiana convenience store. It's where police say 35-year-old Ontario Spivey was killed. Now, here's his mugshot taken very early Friday morning in Harrison County, Texas, after he led police there on a chase across state lines.
I just cried. I cried for the mother that lost her kid. And I cried for I finally could get justice for my baby. I felt like it was heartbreaking, but also it's like a wound that won't never heal. He's all the way in Texas, Louisiana now, and I know it's just gonna be ongoing. It might be another 2 years. At the end, it's still her life that was taken that he's not answered for it yet.
Terrible, tragic situation right there. Yeah, we ran long on that because I just felt that we should have. Out of respect for the person that lost their life as well as her mother, we want to pray for her that she gets some strength, as well as that this case can come to an end very soon, that she can get some peace. We ask this in Jesus' name, amen. Amen, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Broad daylight, pow-powing, Lower East Side, pow-powing, broad daylight, a 64-year-old lady, all she was doing was walking down the street.
A 62-year-old woman simply walking down the street is shot in the ankle by a stray bullet. It happened on a crowded sidewalk on the Lower East Side in broad daylight. And tonight, the search continues for the shooters. Naveen Dhaliwal has new surveillance video as the gunfire erupted.
This is crazy.
Gunfire shattered the calm on the Lower East Side Tuesday afternoon. A 62-year-old woman in pain holding her right foot as police and first responders assist her. Investigators say she was shot by a stray bullet in the ankle on Clinton Street near East Broadway around 2:30 p.m.
So there's no such thing as uptown, downtown, Brooklyn, Queens, whatever. No, that's Clinton Street right there. Lady is 62 years old. And if you notice the guys, you got to pay attention. Shiesty mask and the hoodie. Bring back stop and frisk. Everybody that has on a shiesty mask, pull them over. Call me what you want. Call me what you want.
Maureen Roberts, who lives here, was coming home.
I got into my apartment and I heard 4 gunshots, really loud. It's kind of scary.
Surveillance video shows 2 women walking down the street when 2 people on a bike ride by and gunfire erupts.
Yeah, exactly, Dan.
In the video, you hear 4 shots, then 3 men wearing black take off, and then pandemonium as the 2 women, one of them the victim, fall to the ground. In this video, they take cover, the victim holding her foot after being shot, as the other woman takes off her shirt to press against the wound.
It was like a cattle rush, like animals just running people down. They didn't care about who they ran down. They didn't care. You see that?
Police say a 21-year-old man was also shot who appears to be the intended target. Roberts and those living here are on edge.
A little shook up, a little concerned. You know, I keep hoping and wishing that the neighborhood would change.
Police say both gunshot victims were taken to Bellevue Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now detectives are still searching for 2 other men along with the motive. On the Lower East Side, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
And like I said, you don't have to agree with everything I say. That's not how we get down on this channel. You guys are free to say what you want to say. Y'all can flip out. Just be respectful. Even the trolls, I don't mind, because after a while, even trolls get to realizing that common sense is common sense, especially when nobody paying attention to your trolling. If you notice that. Nobody's paying attention to you. Let's keep on moving forward. Now we got to go on over to Arizona where this inmate uses fake paperwork to get himself released. Talking about ingenuity. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content.
You could call it a clever prison break pulled off by Arizona inmate David Kramer. No tunnel beneath the prison or climbing up the fence. Kramer walked out a free man in June after 11 years behind bars.
What's going on with Kramer? I keep hearing about an inmate named Kramer that got out.
This week, a state lawmaker throwing that question at Arizona's Department of Corrections Director Ryan Thornell during a committee hearing.
Inmate Kramer, through the court system to us, it's a very complex situation, but submitted fraudulent court paperwork through the court system, but also through the department as well. And it was calendared in the court system.
Thornell says there was a lot of manipulation and, quote, other things leading to Kramer's release. He adds Kramer was arrested the day after they caught wind of the mistake this month.
Mr. Kramer's in our custody. He's actually at Browning unit in maximum security because we're treating it as if the same logic as an escape.
Criminal defense attorney Dwayne Cates says it's not surprising that something like this could happen.
Think about it. You're in prison for a long time. You have nothing to do but sit around and think about ways to get out of prison. And so, you know, you can watch how the process works.
Court records show Kramer has been representing himself, submitting motions to the court, and in late May, a release order was filed. How exactly it slipped past the court and corrections fingers, still unknown. But Cates says there are multiple possibilities.
They have law libraries, you know, they have access to computers. They make friends with people in there, and they make friends with the guards.
Yeah, he talking about internal, all types. Hey, submit this paperwork for me. Hey, get me this affidavit. Hey, let me know the law for this. Come on now. They doing what they got to do. They smart. They smart. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate that content, because y'all not getting that nowhere else. Also, we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers, you guys. We almost there. We're real close. Thank you for the love, and we're going to give it right back. Let's keep on moving forward, because it's not over. It ain't over. I thought y'all ain't like the beat. It ain't over. Party ain't over. Keep on moving forward. Y'all tell me where that's from. Anybody know where that's from? Let me know. Anybody know what song that's from? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna tell y'all it's from a song, but tell me where it's from. The nation, the food prices are continuing to rise. This is a real story right here. I always want to know what you guys have to say about this. Please do me a favor. I want to know your cost of prices. I want to know what the grocery prices are. I want to know what you're paying for gasoline. Hit these comments up right now on the tomatoes. I want to know if the price of beef has gone up where you're eating. I want to know. I'm in your pockets right now. We're talking about this money and talking about this food right now. I want to know if you're feeling the effects of this. Let's go.
Well, Fox 5's watching your wallet and tracking the rise in food prices.
Yeah, a recent report found the cost of grocery items ticked up in the
wanna
month
know.
of August. Stephanie Bertini breaks down what the numbers
I'm
mean for
reading.
the basics that we all buy.
The price of groceries is up across
There you
the
go,
nation.
Wendy.
This man from
Uh-oh.
New Jersey says his household is getting creative
Gas
when
is
it comes
going
to
up.
managing the growing grocery bill.
$2.74
It's
for
sad. We do
gas
as much as
this
we
morning.
can. You know, each store has different prices for different things, so you select places
Germany.
where you're going to buy it.
You're shopping around?
I shop around for sure, definitely.
According to the Consumer Price Index, food prices increased.
Everybody look at Mia right now. I'm going to put it back on, but look at what Mia said. Had the nerve to say, I stopped eating. Lord, feed that girl. I'm sorry, Mia.
0.2% from June to July and 2.9% from July 2024. Every time you come
Eggs, damn. Okay,
shopping
California,
is more,
517. Damn.
Stressful?
A lot.
You feel it, right?
Yeah, you feel it. Feel in your pocket.
Food prices remain a primary concern for millions of Americans across the country.
Food economist David Ortega
Leo
is
nine.
painting the picture in the numbers.
Things like bananas went up in price 2.1% just from July to August. And that is 6.6% higher than they were a year ago. The price of tomatoes is up 4.5%. Again, just over a single month. Things like the price of coffee has gone up by more than 4%. And coffee specifically is almost 22% more expensive today than it was a year ago. Beef is another example.
Ortega says there are a number of
Somebody
factors.
Somebody
Starting
said
all the way back
fellatio.
with the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw the supply chain disruptions. Then we had Russia's invasion of Ukraine that affected commodity
Angry
prices.
said, I don't
The
see
bird
it.
flu has affected poultry and egg markets.
A plum
But
is $1?
most recently,
What?
we've seen the effects of some of the policies, specifically when it comes to tariffs.
All of it creating uncertainty for consumers.
I definitely look at prices. I still buy the same amount just because, it's just me. So,
but it got your attention.
Yeah, it definitely got my attention.
It's outrageous. And for single moms and with kids, it's like we gotta stretch out the little bit that we get.
Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, everybody in the comments is kind of agreeing. There's a few people that said that they're not feeling it. Maybe like single people. They're saying like people that own their homes and have investments, they're not feeling it that much. That's because y'all got some investments. There's a lot of people in these comments that work check to check. And it's real out there. It's real in the field. And I also think, how many people are with me? If you with me on this, I want to see your hands up. How many people think they're price gouging? They're adding more on the prices just because they can, because it's a really murky field right now when we don't really know what's going on. Everybody's expecting. How many people like me don't have to believe? It could be thumbs down. If you don't believe me, thumbs down. If you don't agree with me, thumbs down. But how many people feel like there's some price gouging going on? I feel like there's price gouging going on certain foods, certain prices. They're like, you know what? How are they going to say that it's not this price? I go into the supermarket the other day, some of the craziest prices I've ever seen in my life, ever. I'm like, no, I'm not buying that. So I'm hands up like that if you guys think there's price gouging where they're actually adding more to the prices. If not, thumbs down. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward because now we got this Local 4 newsman. This dude Powed his own 17-year-old son, and his 2 other children are in critical right now. I have no idea why this story didn't get more promotion, but we found it and we putting it up. Let's go.
Well, this is our first look at the man accused of fatally shooting his 17-year-old son and injuring
Port Huron, St. Clair County. Let's go. What did he do? Let's get that back because it's so short, they don't even show a lot.
scheduled for December. Well, this is our first look at the man accused of fatally shooting his 17-year-old son and injuring 2 of his other children. Jeffrey Smearer faces charges of open murder, assault with intent to murder, and firearms charges. It all stems from the shooting late last week in Port Huron. 2 other siblings, a 13-year-old boy and 12-year-old girl, were critically injured in the shooting. Detroit police are asking for help tonight
Yeah, y'all. See, oh, there goes some more shiesties. I should have let that rock. Nice and
for
shiesty.
2 smash and grab burglars.
Yeah, shiesty. Nice with the mask. Like I said, as soon as you see him, come over here. Or if you want to run, let him run. Hit him with the taser and let him and put some voltage in him. Let him fall down. Yeah, come on over here. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Arizona. I'm not playing right now. Y'all call me what y'all want. I'm not with the shiesties no more. Because let me tell you what era I'm from. I'm from like the ski mask. When somebody wears a ski mask, that means they're planning on doing something. Early 80s, 90s or whatever. I'm walking down the block regular with a ski mask on, y'all. What's going to happen to me? Anybody tell me back in the day that no? If I'm walking down the street, any street in the 80s or 90s with a ski mask on, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen? You don't think I'm going to get pulled over by no police? So what's the difference now? COVID got y'all being all lenient. Well, maybe I don't care if they're trying to protect themselves. Take that mask off because I'm trying to protect myself from you. Keep on moving forward. We're going to go over to Milwaukee where we got 6 children that were found locked in a storage unit. Yeah, I understand if you are somebody that ain't got no house or nowhere to keep your people or live yourself, but a storage unit and locking 6 kids in there, somebody getting locked up and they ain't getting them kids back. Here we go, y'all. Let's go. It's going over to Milwaukee. And they should have been paying more attention talking about their 24-hour security. Yeah, okay.
I've been here. I've never seen any kids.
I've never seen kids walking around here, no. Not at all.
Donnie and Mac are regulars at Store Safe on North 27th Street.
Every day.
Well, I own a trucking company, so I keep my trucks here.
Okay, and how often are you coming in and out of here?
Like sometimes every day.
Tuesday morning was routine for both of them
Check this
until they
out.
found out 6 kids were locked in one of the units overnight and found by police.
I'm thinking, how is that even remotely possible? I ain't never heard of nobody putting their kids in no storage unit.
You said they were locked in the storage?
That's what police are telling us.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Milwaukee police say they
Now,
were
I don't
called to
wanna
Store
laugh,
Safe
but
at
come
1
on.
a.m. for a report of children being locked in a storage unit. And when they
Now
got
watch
there,
the
they
ages.
found 6 kids, as young as 2 months old, up to 9 years old. Luckily, police say the kids are okay.
That's horrible. You know, where are the parents? So it got to be more than just homeless if they locked them in there.
Around the property, you can
Somebody
see
said make
cameras.
ski mask
Store
great
Safe
again.
also says it's invested in top-of-the-line security measures, which they say includes 24/7 surveillance. But regulars like Mac say security is lacking.
A storage unit?
To probably go to another storage unit soon.
Store Safe's on-site manager wouldn't talk with me, so we called the number on the door and are still waiting for a
Of course
response.
they're not.
In Milwaukee, Jenna Ray, TMJ.
Yeah, the manager don't want to talk to you. Them people up there like, yo, you know, we out of here, man. We're not going to keep our stuff in here no more. They got kids being locked in the storage units. I'm moving my storage location immediately. Give me my deposit back right now. I wish you would think about putting one of y'all locks on my locker. Give me my deposit back right now. Take this and I'm out of here. We're going to load up right now. We're going down the block. We're going to get over to these hackers. I'm talking about there is nothing off limits to hackers. They added again, y'all, as they breached the jail system responsible for bails, bonds, transactions, and jail releases. Oh yeah, I don't know if they was letting people out, but this one lady couldn't get her husband out because they was caught under the hack.
The notorious ransomware group claims responsibility for a cyber attack at the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. Hackers managed to breach the agency's system about 3 weeks ago. And according to a source close to the sheriff's office, the state's IT specialists are still trying to fix it. Now, in a post on the dark web, the group behind hundreds of other breaches across the globe says it is to blame for all of this. Let's bring in CBS News reporter Katie Weiss, joining us live now from New Orleans. Katie.
So first we got an inmate putting paperwork in to get himself out. Now we got hackers that took over Orleans' whole system. And they probably said, you know what, if they're weak physically when they saw the escape, they gotta be weak cyber. So that's probably what made them trigger them. Think about it, y'all. Get some fat on your brains. Let's go.
What kind of information did these hackers
This is the same prison that those non-escapees got out of 6 months ago.
get their hands on?
Well, good evening, Liz. These hackers claim, according to screenshots from our CBS Confirmed team, which we have chosen to redact out of the side of caution, that the Russian-speaking hacker group Killin is now claiming responsibility for the attack. The screenshots that our Confirmed team obtained today from the dark web show that this group has obtained contracts, inmate intake documents, and expense information, among other things. The total volume of the alleged hack is 842 gigabytes. That's enough to hold about 42,000 average size PDFs. Now, the sheriff's office says the attack has also affected the sheriff's docket master system, which manages inmate transfers to and from jail. It also manages the court appearances of inmates, as well as when an inmate gets released on bond. In fact, our affiliate WWL last week spoke to a woman who said that she was unable to get her husband out of jail, even though she had paid his bond. Take a listen.
I have two sons, 4 and 6. They miss their dad. I did everything on my end to make sure that he comes home. So I feel like once everything is paid, everything is done, it shouldn't be no hold up.
Well, I think the first thing is he need to love them kids as much as they love him and not get locked up. So you ain't gotta bail them out. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We're gonna go on over to Massachusetts, out with a bang. Suspected gang member arrested. Federal agents in Lawrence, and they took the whole gate down to get this fool. They wasn't playing. All you're gonna hear is boom, 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 shake the room. They wasn't playing with this one, y'all.
The dramatic arrest in Lawrence. Armored cars, officers carrying long guns, and federal agents taking a man into custody. We've now learned he's a suspected gang member. The FBI says he's been involved in dealing drugs and home break-ins. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm David Wade. Officials say after weeks of surveillance, today was the day they were ready to move in. WBZ's Louisa Moeller is live for us in Lawrence tonight. Louisa, this was quite the scene.
Damn.
David and Lisa, this neighborhood is quiet now, but would you look at this aftermath? You can see these white pieces strewn all over the yard. That is what neighbors say was a white fence, and they say they watched federal agents in a vehicle ram into that fence, knock it down. There was smoke, there was bangs, and finally, the feds say they got the man at the center of a months-long investigation, and he gave himself up.
Whoa.
Flashbangs and smoke. That's what residents in this Lawrence neighborhood woke up to Monday. Moments earlier, a SWAT team called for a suspected gang member to leave this home on Roberta Lane. Then it was a pop and the crunch of federal agents ramming their car into a fence surrounding the home.
They knocked that whole fence down.
And I saw the big truck that they destroy everything. Like, you know, we used to have one in the army, you know, those ones.
Yeah.
They break everything. And I say, wow, I think something's wrong with it. And then boom, 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 boom.
Despite the wreckage, the FBI says their mission was successful. This witness video shows federal agents walking a man in handcuffs away from the scene.
Got him.
The FBI says they arrested 24-year-old Luis Jose Navar Cabral. For hours, investigators re-entered the home, some in masks, as Cabral is a suspected member of the Trinitario street gang. And court documents state he sold controlled substances, including fentanyl, between Lawrence and Maine between August and September.
Who suffered? The owner.
Yeah.
But because of the people that rent.
A neighbor told me that Cabral was renting the home. According to his federal complaint, he's also linked to 3 home invasions in Maine. and a high-speed chase where Cabral and his associates are accused of shooting at police. In August, court docs state Cabral was arrested by Massachusetts State Police for an open warrant and found to be in possession of 8 different ID cards. Now, it's all picking up the pieces on Roberta Lane as neighbors reflect on what they experienced.
Man, they tried to batter the whole wall down to that house right there. But I would hate to be the owner of that spot. Woo, talk about Airbnb, $100 extra for cleanup. Woo, fence down, bust a hole in the side of the window. Ooh, you talking about some major repairs right there, y'all. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. I think that was a good takedown right there too, especially with all of the other information that they had on them. We got to get on over to Brooklyn's in the house, New York. That's right. We got this dating app turned robbery trap. Y'all fellas, be careful out there because all that glitters ain't gold. You know how when you go on Tagged and you try to holler at the women and you sliding left and right, or when you on the Facebook love app and all of that and you're trying to get your little romance on, guess what? Be careful of women like this because Cardi B tried to tell you a little bit about how they get down, but they still out here doing stuff like this. Check this out, y'all.
Well, police say 2 women turned a dating app into a trap.
Yeah, so take a look. These women are accused of luring
You see Jawakatima right here? Be careful.
men to a building in Brooklyn and robbing them instead of making a love connection. This is apparently a pattern, and police say the women had help.
Yeah, Pixel 11's Nicole Johnson is live in East Williamsburg with more on what the women allegedly got away with. Nicole.
Well, for starters, Aaron E. Cash, we're talking cell phones. And in one case, police say the women were able to get a late model luxury vehicle. Police warn these women are tugging at the hearts of men, allegedly using a dating app to lure them into different buildings here at the Cooper Park houses, not for romance, but for a robbery scheme. And the victims never saw it coming.
Don't do dating apps.
But the 2 victims in 2 separate incidents did. Police say the victims, men in their 20s, used a dating app to connect with the women, agreed to meet up at an apartment on the 5th floor to hang out. But once they got off the elevator,
they call it Netflix and chill. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
the victims were met by 2
Thought they
men.
was getting
One
some
of them
nookie.
had a gun. After a violent struggle, the men were able to steal cash, cell phones, and in one case, the victim's Mercedes-Benz.
Damn.
Neighbors we spoke with near Cooper Park houses say they have never seen the women before.
I have to interject here. I'm going there. I used to, if you ever date someone, fellas, we're going to interject. If you ever date someone and you ask her, so where you live at? She say, 1384 Cooper Avenue. Anytime they tell you the number, before, like instead of like, you know, the street or whatever, it's the projects. All right? Trust me. Anytime, or if they really cool about saying it, you might have a chance, but you just got to make it through the jungle. And when I say the jungle, that means you got to make it through all the buildings, all the guys looking at you as you going to see Jawakatima, and as you walking in the building, and they looking at you, seeing what you got going on, and they know that you got your ring in your pocket. They know that you got your stash in your shoe. They know what's up. So don't think it now. This is the projects you got to go to. So be careful. There are warning signs. Say, wait a minute, where you live at? And when she tell you, you better Google it, because you be walking to Webster or one of them projects, Sedgwick or something like that. Keep on moving forward, y'all.
But are not surprised about the setup.
Yeah, that's normal. Yeah, back there. Yeah.
The pink
All
houses,
the way
look.
in the back over there by Morgan and those places, they use that for that.
Somebody is like just trying to like come over here to meet somebody that they probably like, and they're getting set up.
Yeah. They say getting set up.
Good news out here, none of the victims were seriously hurt, but definitely shaken. Police need your help finding the women we're talking about, the women you saw in the piece. If you have any information on their whereabouts, call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there. It's 800-577-TIPS. For now, we are live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, one place I don't go. Told y'all. See your old Bugatti be acting all extra, this and that and whatever. Let me tell you something about me in Brooklyn. You can give me free rent, free apartment. Tell me I'm getting some. I'll be there. Meet me there. I'll be there. I bet you I won't be showing up. I don't mess around with Brooklyn. I do not. We got this old thing since back in the days. I love you guys. My grandmother family live out there. Used to go to Flatbush and chill and all of that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Be on the train like this. How Little Kim said it? Better have a pass when you cross that bridge. Welcome to Brooklyn. Florida. Police are after this ambush situation. This officer, terrible situation right here. He just pulled up to the Circle K, and it was the last time he pulled up anywhere, you guys. Let's keep on. Let's get into it right now. Terrible, tragic situation where a police officer is no longer with us. He lost his life.
Speaking on WFTV tonight.
It's probably something in 38 years of law enforcement that I can tell you. It's unbelievable.
An off-duty Edgewater police officer shot and killed in a gas station ambush. An execution-style attack, all caught on camera.
27608, the jungle.
And fires multiple shots into David's head.
A store clerk now under arrest in what's being called an assassination and an act of pure evil. And investigators say the suspect and victim knew each other.
I'm live at the scene in Ormond by the Sea, where investigators are now looking into what motivated the shooting.
This
Terrible
is
situation.
WFTV tonight.
That Edgewater police officer, identified as David Jewell, was just buying a hot dog this afternoon and never even had a chance to react, being shot right in the back of the head repeatedly. Good evening, I'm Greg Warman.
I'm Martha Sagowski. We just heard from the Volusia County Sheriff, and he says that clerk fired as many as 15 shots at point-blank range. Deputies showed up to the Circle K in Ormond by the Sea just after 4. This is right off of A1A at the corner of Wisteria Drive.
Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb looking into the background
Crazy.
of the officer who's
Crazy.
deceased, who was a husband and father. But we begin with Channel 9's Demi Johnson, who has been on scene since we first broke this story on Eyewitness News at 5:30. And Demi, you asked the sheriff if he thought this may have been a setup.
Yeah, Greg, he called it an assassination. All of this happening at the Circle K right here, where you can still see crime tape up right now. But I want to show you what's happening outside of this crime scene right now on State Road A1A. You can see dozens of officers and sheriff's deputies lining the roadway and all of the side streets, getting ready to follow the medical examiner out of here, out of this crime scene. The sheriff telling me David Jewell walked into this gas station, was shot by the clerk, again, who knew him. Sheriff Chitwood says the officer was shot more than 10 times in the head. Edgewater police officer David Jewell was gunned down in an Ormond by the Sea gas station, just down the street from his home. The Volusia Sheriff's Office says the suspect is the store clerk, Eduardo Machado. Sheriff Mike Chitwood is calling the crime scene and surveillance video some of the worst he's ever seen.
Video shows him grab a jacket and then walk back into the store. He walks up behind David and fires multiple shots into David's head. When David goes to the ground, the gun jams. He stands over top of him, clears the gun, and then probably fires another 7 or 8 shots. There's 10 or 12, 15 shots into David's head.
Chitwood says Machado then changed his shirt and left the store with another employee. Deputies found them just down the road. But at this point, it's not clear to investigators why Machado shot Jewell.
It's my understanding that David and Eduardo know one another. Eduardo knows that David is a police officer. Why this occurred is what we're trying to figure out. But this was clearly the video shows this was an out-and-out assassination.
I want to do 2 of these at the same time because we're going to pray after this, and I don't want to have to pray twice. We're going to pray after this one. This is a terrible, tragic situation. Just want to get it out the way. We have a body of a Southern California teenager found in the back of a Tesla. And this car was registered to rapper David. I don't know. Something about a rapper or something like that. Let's get into it, y'all.
A tragic twist in the case of a body found in the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer David. Authorities have identified the victim as Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
She was 13 years old when she was reported missing last year in Lake Elsinore. KTLA's Kimberly Cheng live in Hollywood with more. Kim?
Hi, the LA County Medical Examiner's Office did confirm the identity of the decaying body that was found in this tow lot right behind me. The missing teen's family had been searching for her for more than a year.
Her name was Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and she'd been missing for more than a year. The decomposed body found in the front trunk of a Tesla belonging to singer David, now confirmed to be the young teenager.
We're just grieving.
A man who identified himself as her brother shared those words to describe the anguish their family has been going through since Hernandez disappeared from their Lake Elsinore home April 5th, 2024.
It's horrible. You know, she's really young. It's really sad. She was my neighbor. She was just, it's kind of surreal seeing, you know, someone grow up and then just right before your eyes, they're gone.
The Tesla was registered in Texas to David Anthony Burke, the singer's real name. It was impounded at Hollywood Tow after being discovered abandoned in the Hollywood Hills.
It's really upsetting. We noticed it was wrecked and really banged up and not moving anywhere and really dusty.
Investigators discovered the body September 8th after receiving reports of a foul odor. Police have not named a suspect and remain tight-lipped. According to TMZ, Hernandez's mother said Celeste had a boyfriend named David and said she had a distinctive tattoo.
The letters SHH, which apparently this guy, David, has a similar tattoo.
Retired LAPD Detective Moses Castillo expects the singer will be questioned thoroughly.
He's a registered owner of that vehicle. We need to know where he's been. Look at his timeline. Look at his cell phone records. Look at his Southside location. And figure out where he's been all this entire time and just connect the dots.
David has been...
What the hell is he doing with a 13-year-old? I don't care what you sing or what you got going on. That girl was 13 years old. Craziness, y'all. Do me a favor, double tap that screen if you appreciate the content. Also, I would like to pray for the souls of the officer that lost his life in a tragic event prior to this video clip, as well as the young, beautiful, striving individual female that lost her life in this tragic event that we just saw. Lord, we ask for more strength and more understanding in this world, as well as the understanding and the compromise to be able to walk away from stuff before it gets to a tragedy. Lord, we ask that in Jesus' name, amen. For thou is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. You got to keep on moving forward. Board of Education, Linda McMahon condemns a small business celebrating Charlie Kirk's killing. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's get into it. Terrible, tragic situations back to back, y'all. Terrible.
Less than a week has passed since the tragic and evil murder of Charlie Kirk. In this time of grief, we have seen something remarkable. Americans from every corner of our nation uniting to honor his memory and the values he held so dearly. Across America and the world, millions have gathered at memorial services and vigils, lifting their voices in prayer and remembrance.
From Sierra Leone,
These
thank
acts
you.
of unity are a testament
Samuel, how you
to
doing?
Charlie's
God bless
enduring
you.
impact, his devotion to God, his love for his family, and his unwavering commitment to what is best in our
Yeah, it's been
country.
a week already.
But alongside these powerful moments, we've also witnessed something deeply troubling. A small but vocal fringe has sought to excuse, justify, and even celebrate his murder. Alarmingly, many of these advocates of political violence are teachers, professors, and administrators at our schools and universities, leaders who are entrusted with shaping the character of the next generation and the ideas that affect us all.
Exactly.
This is further evidence of the profound crisis in our classrooms and on our campuses.
Exactly.
Make no mistake, ideological capture can lead to political violence by demonizing people with dissenting views. When our institutions become captive to divisive ideologies, we risk losing not only the pursuit of truth, but our very sense of humanity.
Right.
I commend the institutions and leaders who have acted swiftly to condemn and hold accountable those who have crossed this ethical line, and I urge others to do the same. Such behavior has no place in our schools and universities, no place in civil discourse, and no place in America.
Period. Laid it down. And I think that you got the right job for what you're doing, because children should not be subjected to any personal feelings, any side views and things like that. Because I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Y'all know the song. Come on. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. People need more songs like that. Let's get on over to Pittsburgh, where we got this suspect sought after his car rams the fence at the FBI office. This fool was a straight funtanut. I don't know what they on. People was tripping out here. Crashed his car into the gate and just ran off. Funtanut.
2:40 a.m. this morning, a subject identified as Donald Henson, Henson, of Penn Hills,
a funtanut,
came around the corner back here by the get-go at a high rate of speed and crashed his vehicle into the FBI Pittsburgh entrance gate. There were no injuries at the time. Subject exited the vehicle, went into the back seat, grabbed an American flag, and threw it over the gate. Subject then took off on foot and has still yet to be apprehended. We are asking the public, this is the photograph I will provide to all of you, of Donald Henson. If you have any contact with this subject, to please call 911 immediately.
He just happens to look like Lurch/Bull from Night Court.
And let Pittsburgh Bureau of Police or Penn Hills Police or any of them know where the subject is. Right now, he is wanted in connection with this crime against the FBI. It is a federal offense, and we will be seeking prosecution to the fullest extent.
The federal offense for trying to take out their fence. Well, he thought he was going to get through the fence and do something stupid. What was you going to do on the other side? Lord have mercy. The stuff that people are doing out here nowadays, I have no idea. Do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. We really would appreciate you guys. And also, do me a favor, give me all the money in your pockets right now. I'm just playing with you. You know how? Because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I don't try to get in your pockets too much. And even though the prices are up, I got a little bit of coffee in the kitchen, so I can make some coffee. I got some Bustelo in there, so I ain't worried about that part. What I really want to concentrate on is getting those likes up to get more people over here to get educated on the program, to see my phenomenal co-hosts and how they put it down, my new wrenches and my new moderators. Come on, y'all, let's show out this morning. It's another day. God woke us up this morning. Stop playing. Y'all need to turn up when y'all wake up, because guess what? What if you don't wake up? Act up. Put on a suit for no reason. Why you got that suit on? Because I woke up this morning. Now let's keep on moving to Chicago. Illegal ICE agent critically wounded in the Edley incident with the migrant. The governor wants answers. The governor wants answers after this man was being dragged down the street and he took out his pow and took out the illegal that didn't want to pull over. Okay, the governor wants answers. I get it, but it seems like when they want answers, it's just like, I just don't get these people nowadays. So all I'm gonna say is this. I would gladly pay you for a hamburger Tuesday that you give me today. You guys know where I'm going with this, and let's get them up on deck. Let's go.
So Illinois Democrat Governor J.B. Pritzker is demanding transparency after an illegal migrant suspect allegedly severely injured an ICE officer during a vehicle stop, hitting and dragging the officer with his car outside Chicago. According to ICE, fearing for his life, the officer shot and killed the suspect. Watch.
We need more information. We've asked ICE for all of the information around it. They have given very little. This is somebody who, as I understand, was on their way home, perhaps, from dropping their children off at daycare. There's frustration over people wearing masks and throwing people into vans in a way that does not seem American to me. But apparently ICE is unwilling to...
They're not American.
To provide the transparency that I think the American public and the public here deserves.
Those aren't just vans, they're federal vehicles. Joining us now to set the record straight is ICE Deputy Director Madison Sheehan. Madison, Deputy Director, thanks so much for joining the program. Explain to us exactly what took place. I know it's under investigation, but you got an officer going after an illegal with a final deportation order, and then something happens.
Absolutely. So obviously it is under investigation, and we're going to continue to make sure we are transparent. The claims that we're not is just false. And we're going to make sure that we're investigating this to the fullest of our responsibility. But what happened here is that our officers were going after somebody who had reckless driving and other accounts. They had a final order of removal, meaning an immigration judge says they need to be removed from this country. And our officers went to effectuate that arrest. The alien tried to flee, then continued to drive their car into our officers, putting them in critical condition, where shots were then fired, and our officer was able to stop the alien from causing any more harm from not only our officers, but the American people. They obviously continue to take the sides of these criminally illegal aliens who put our people in harm's way, but not just officers, it's the people of Chicago, people of these communities that these Democrats and Governor Pritzker continue to choose to protect.
So basically, it happened while the person was trying to flee, and they probably was nervous or irate. Like, let me get out of here. Getting out of there. Cop was probably still on the car. Next thing you know, pow, pow. Sad, terrible, tragic situation. Bad, but you already had the order to leave. So that's even harder right there, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward to somebody where everybody was kung fu fighting. I don't feel sorry for this guy. Why? Because he got still nabbed with a samurai sword? I do not feel sorry for him because he was trying to real snob somebody. He shouldn't have been trying to real snob nobody's house, ran in somebody's house, and he ain't know. Just because you got that GUN, I'm better with this samurai sword. Come on, y'all. I'm not playing. Yes, you can get even if you're smart. Check this out right here. This fool here thought he had everybody up against the odds because he had a pow pow. Yeah, well, somebody else thought that they was King Bushido in Philadelphia. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Right here.
Action News tonight is the face-to-face encounter between residents and an intruder in their home.
That suspect was stabbed with a sword on the unit block of East Blackberry Alley in Norristown this morning. Police say they followed a blood trail that led them to the suspect.
Action News reporter Leland Pender joins us now live from Norristown, and what an interesting story here, Leland.
Defend yourself. How you got to do it.
Scary moments all the way around, Gray and Shari. I talked to the lead detectives on this case today. They say thankfully all of the victims here are okay after that man brought a samurai sword to a gunfight and won.
It was pretty chaotic scene this morning.
An alarming scene on Cherry Street in Norristown Tuesday morning. Neighbors watched as police took a man into custody who was bleeding profusely after being stabbed with a samurai sword.
When I came out here, he was just laying on the ground. The cops were dragging him.
Police say 35-year-old Marcus Armstrong was actually the perpetrator of a botched robbery and home invasion a few blocks away. Around 8:45, police allege he robbed a man at gunpoint outside a home on Blackberry Alley while a female escaped inside. That's when police say Armstrong barged through the door, encountering the woman's roommate, who was armed with a samurai sword.
The roommate defended himself. He had that samurai sword and took a swipe at the suspect.
They shared this photo of the weapon, not something they see every day.
Motherfucker ran in the room and homeboy was sitting there like this. Shing!
This time someone fought back, and the fact that they used a samurai sword. I can't tell you the last time we've even seen one.
After being slashed, police say the suspect fled to a home on Cherry Street, leaving a trail of blood that ultimately helped police piece together their investigation, but initially alarmed neighbors.
I was just worried, trying to get him some help, and it was upsetting.
The investigation revealed this was a random crime of opportunity when the suspect saw the victims exchanging money outside.
Good.
Police said both reported being suspicious of the man moments before the attack.
Just a
finish him.
Good fable to be aware of your surroundings, and if you feel something's off, it probably is.
And police say tonight Armstrong is facing robbery and burglary charges, though he's currently still hospitalized. They also say it turns out that his gun was fake. Live here in Norristown, Leland Pender, Action News XM on PHL 17. Gray and Shari.
Yo, you mean to tell me the gun was fake after all of that? That's why he couldn't do nothing. That samurai was like, finish him. Shing! Get up out of here, boy. You crazy. And he had a fake gun. Oh my God. Let's go. I'm sorry. Try to get me in trouble saying that word. Let's go. Employees for Beyonce. Yes, for Beyonce. I'm not playing. Employee for Beyonce shocked after one suspect broke into the car and stole a laptop, which had some new, oh, I'm a single ladies, oh, I'm a single ladies, oh, I'm a single ladies, some new unreleased music on it. Luckily, yeah, they locked the person up with the laptop. I'm gonna let them tell the rest of the story. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into it.
Well, from MacBooks to AirTags, everyday gadgets meant to protect our belongings may have helped Atlanta police link a suspect accused of stealing unreleased Beyonce music to a July car break-in at a parking deck off of Krog Street. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido live at the Fulton County Jail where that suspect's being held tonight. Angelina, you say he was arrested in another county first?
Yeah, Hateville police actually made the arrest in this case. That's because they responded to his home for a domestic incident involving his sister at the end of August. That's when they realized that he had a warrant out for his arrest here in Atlanta that was connected to this case involving Beyonce's unreleased music. What Evans didn't know and didn't understand was that MacBook Pro that he allegedly stole that day as well led detectives straight to him.
Dun, dun, dun.
Someone broke into my car.
Living a nightmare.
Okay. Are you at a business? No. I was parked at in a garage while I went to a restaurant, but they stole like my computers and everything, but it has a tracker on it.
Christopher Grant and DeAndre Blue find themselves stuck and in shock. Both employees for Beyonce in town to help choreograph and plan her Cowboy Carter tour stop.
They have my computers, and it's really, really important information in there.
What he didn't want to admit is what was taken and who he works for. 4 black bags stolen from the back of his rented Wagoneer. 40-year-old Kelvin Evans is charged with entering a vehicle with intent to commit theft or a felony after Atlanta police say he broke the back window and took the items.
I work with someone who's like of a high status, and I really need my computer and everything.
Beyonce's unreleased music inside. His MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, and AirPods Max were all pinging in different locations.
That's because the crackhead had sold it to different people in different locations.
Air was pinging to this location. It's an apartment complex in Peoplestown off of Hank Aaron Drive. These warrants show that Evans met a family member here to unload those 4 bags of things that he had stolen out of the car. Atlanta police viewed surveillance video from this apartment complex that showed the entire thing unfold.
So these things are super accurate.
Technology key to leading detectives to identifying Evans.
It certainly speeds up the ability to identify where things are.
That's exactly why Professor Chilapa with Emory University says anything that's important to you really should be air tagged or have a tracker on it.
And if it's hooked up to the cloud, they might as well leave that laptop wherever it's at, because now you're getting the charge, especially if it's over $700. It's grand theft. It's not even worth it. If you see somebody's laptop, man, leave that damn thing right there, because they might be a setup. Let's keep on moving forward to a robbery, and no one seems to want to help anyone. Luckily, a man's friend comes out of nowhere and helps him subdue this man. This is another country, but it shows that the lack of sentiment and the lack of help around when people need help, it seems to be what's going on around the world now. No one's really helping each other. This man robbed somebody and basically ran into to a store, and luckily one man helped him try to get his money back. Let me start it off from here. So that man right there is the one that robbed him. He trying to get his money back. Pow, yeah. Working him out, no doubt. He has no help at all, you know. Another person that was part of it, just running out, just running. Nobody helped him. He trying to get his money back from him. He trying to get his money back, but he's trying with all his heart. He like, man, you ain't going nowhere. I need my money for my rent. That's all the money I have. Stop playing with me. Nah, bro. You ain't going nowhere, bro. And now look at his friend. He like, yo, come help me with this dude, man. This dude got my bread, man. Come on, man, help me out. His friend like. And his friend gonna go to Pound Town on him. The other one gonna beat him down. Like, let me get to him. Hold on. Let me get to him. So yeah, they caught up to him after a while, and the other guy started yelling, because if you notice, the other guy had a KNIFE in his hand. So when he rolled up and jumped out the car, and the guy was like, hey, all right, y'all already got him down. Don't get him too much. Y'all saw it. Like I said, MOP tell you sometimes violence, it's a universal language. I bet you he think twice about taking somebody else's money. Let's keep on going forward now, because we got this owner who was in the hospital for about 3 months. And he finally went back to the place where he had somebody taking care of his precious family member, his dog. But you know, sometimes your dog don't see you for a long time. probably don't think you're coming back, probably gave up on you, and he probably didn't remember his owner anymore. So the owner was hoping that when he went back, he would finally remember him because he wanted to take him back home. Let's see if it worked out, you guys. Let's check this out. He was in the hospital for 6 months. Something's not right. Dog don't recognize him. He expected nothing but joy. Dog doesn't seem to recognize him. He's scared of him. He said he don't know who I am. He said he don't know who I am. Until when? Until when?
Where you be, Daddy? Where you be?
You know your dog love you when they pick up that toy. That means, here, play with my toy. Anytime your dog picks up a toy and brings it to you, that means that they're giving you as much love and everything that they can give you. They like, take my toy, whatever, take my food. I love you. I'm happy that you're here. Phenomenal, right? Keep on moving forward. Y'all know anything about bulldogs that know how to skateboard? What y'all know about bulldogs that know how to skateboard? Nothing. I got 3 skateboards in the room. Think it's a game. Y'all can go on my YouTube channel. Y'all see me skateboarding. And no, not the motorized ones. We get down for real over here. These dogs, I have to be honest with you, they're better than me because they're crazy enough to go inside of the bowl. Yeah, and they be serious about it. How many of you people actually see a bulldog skateboarding? I've actually had a chance to see it in Chelsea. There's a little project down there on like 23rd Street, 9th Avenue. There's a bulldog that skateboards inside the basketball court, just like these guys.
They go completely nuts. Even after watching them for all these years, I still can't believe what I'm seeing. I look at their expressions and I see so much passion. It's kind of interesting because I don't know how to skateboard myself, but they're like pros. If we go outside,
he don't know how to skateboard.
They don't want to go for a walk.
You go for a walk? Who wants to go for a walk? Let's go for a walk.
They want to hop into the SUV and go for a ride. And they know the routes to the skate parks. Walter likes to go on long rides. He likes to go around turns. Milo's a little speedster. He will run around with the board in his mouth for about 10 minutes. Then he likes going up and down the walls.
Did you see that?
Sometimes they'll bump into each other. Safety is really important to us. We'll go very early when nobody's around. I put out some bright orange cones that just in case somebody's driving through. I would like to think that I trained them, but I more or less guided them, and they just ran with it.
That's a boy, yay, Milo!
The first bulldog, George, he took to skateboarding right away. He lived and breathed skateboarding. Walter was initially apprehensive about skating. George made it easier for Walter to learn.
It's something about those bulldogs with those skateboards, man. I mean, they love it. They go nuts for them. They be biting up the skateboard, tearing it up. I've seen them literally do it, I'm telling you. Now let's check out this little curious guy right here who I'm sure we all have tried this as kids. You know how when the escalator's going down, you know, you just play with it to see if you can go against it. And if you run fast enough and if you're strong enough, you can actually make it up. I've done it several times. Don't know if I can do it now. Let's see if this little guy can do it. Let's go.
In the case of Cat v. Escalator, it's Escalator 1, Cat 0. Watch as this intrepid feline tries and tries again to travel up a descending escalator. It gets part of the way before losing the battle. Undeterred, it makes another go at it.
Almost. Come on, keep going. You almost had it.
No dice. Cats are known for their quick reflexes and predator instincts. Negotiating moving stairs? Not so much. Of course, we may be looking at it all wrong. Perhaps the cat was just looking to get in a Stairmaster-style workout. Whatever the case may be, it happened in Turkey at Istanbul's airport. Fortunately for the cat, a kind human eventually intervened, picking up the feline and putting it on the right track. That is to say, the escalator going up. The kitty rode it to the top and disembarked. Hopefully it didn't miss its flight. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Yeah, what y'all think he got his flight? I hope he wasn't too late to get on that plane because you know he had a lot of kitty important stuff to do. And if y'all want to make some money, y'all can go into the comments and make some money. That's right, y'all. Hit that link in the description so you guys can make some money. You'll make some money off the surveys that I have in there today, and I'll make some money too. I think there's about $450 worth of surveys. Fill it out. See if it pertains to you. You guys can make some money. Also, if you're trying to promote your business, you might be a lawn doctor. You might be a groomer. You might be a detailer. I don't know what you do. But if you're trying to promote your business, send it over to us so that we can put it up in the YouTube post notification area. Make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 frame. And if you're already subscribed and a member, we'll go ahead and put your promo up there, and all of our subscribers will be able to see your promo. Helps you get more promotion out there because we like to share in the distribution and all the stuff that we got going on out here. Also, that's right, we got it coming up, y'all. The Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search where we go around to Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the first person that's hot, that we like, that's got some good music or good talent or whatever we like, boom, they get $250 at that location. After we finish all of the locations from Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, we pick one location in Manhattan where we bring everybody together that's one of those boroughs, and we put them all up against each other to make $1,000. So up to $1,250 you can make by being in this talent show. And guess what? I'm one of the hosts I'm the host of the talent show, and it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys want to be a part of this talent show? Again, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go down to the first page, boom, hit that mailing list. Once you join the mailing list, you will be a part of the talent show. Because what I'm going to do is send you the location of where it's at after that, and you guys will be able to see me there. Not only that, we do it live from the location, and we've already got a confirmation from DJ Don Dada from the last time you guys saw from the Black Ink Crew. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Well, she's a DJ now, and we turn it up at these events. You guys come on through. If you're not in the same state, don't worry about it because we always do it live until the music comes on, because you know we're not trying to get no copyright information, no problems. And guess what? With that being said, you guys, we're going to share a little prayer for the Thursday going out. We want to pray for Batty Lynn. We want to pray for Dan Mose, Liberty and Justice. Another one of our fantabulous mods, Liberty and Justice, that's right. And always Rebecca Lanyen Bueno from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Casey, Demonetize, Mark Dorfman, everybody under the sound of my voice. Make sure you guys have a phenomenal and a safe day out there. Drink some water and always realize problems present opportunities. But as long as God gives us another day to get it right, we're going to keep on trying to get it right. Amen. With that being said, you guys, y'all know what it is. It's Thursday. So y'all going to see me win tomorrow, Friday, same time, same place. Y'all know what it is. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. New song tomorrow, new flair tomorrow. As long as God lets us get another day to get it in, I'll see you then. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Get 'em. Peace. 1.